Hello, guys, and welcome to this evening's update of Major Cyclone Tauktae. And we're going to start off a little bit differently today with some footage from the west coast of India. And as we all know, this thing didn't even make it on shore yet, and the west coast of India is already getting battered. People, I think the last time I checked, 8 people have died already in this system. That could be farther. That could be more now. Because I heard something about 32 sailors going missing or something. I don't know if that was a fake report or something. So somebody please confirm that if that's the case. But we've definitely had some deaths and we had some damage going. So let's take a look at some footage of Cyclone Tauktae as it hits the western Indian coast. All right, you can see how monstrous the waves and the surge has gone in just on the west coast of India alone. This is the least of everybody's worries because as we go out through the next 2 days, this is going to be making landfall somewhere on India's coast, and that's where the most devastating damage is going to be taken from. Is that center of circulation that goes through in the eye wall of the most dangerous conditions of this major cyclone Tauktae. Okay, well, here's the particulars on the tropicaltidbits.com. And as we can see, here it is. It's located 17.8 north, 72.1 east. Maximum sustained winds is 110 knots, but I do think this is a little bit higher. I'm going to go with 120 knots. Just because I think 18Z was taken, I think, like 2 hours ago. It could have strengthened by then. So, plus there's some people that think that it's 130 miles per hour. There's some even saying that it could be 140 miles an hour. So we truly just don't know how strong this system really is. I mean, I'm sure there are some that may know, the close to the exact, wind speed, but there's a lot of range between wind speeds here. So I'm going to go with 120 knots, just because I think it's starting. Like I said, you see the infrared satellite here. The convection is starting to wrap around itself now, and I do foresee a period of rapid intensification going into this evening and overnight tonight, Eastern Daylight Time. All right, so here's the minimal central pressure here. It's at 941 millibars, so this is getting pretty low now, as you see. All right, here's from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, and right now it has it at 110 knots. The Joint Typhoon Weather Warning Center may be underestimating this just a tad bit, and they have it weakening going towards landfall, which I do not foresee happening because these waters here are super warm. Just because the water temperature drops 1 degree Celsius doesn't mean it's going to be like 78-degree temperature water. It's in 31 degrees Celsius waters right now, and it's going to be going over to 29 and 30 degrees Celsius, which honestly just doesn't help whatsoever in the slightest. So they have this making landfall somewhere on the May 17th here, probably between 12Z and 18Z by the looks of this. So they have it going inland and weakening pretty quickly to 80 knots. Okay, so here's the GEFS track and minimal MSLP. So for those that want to learn some stuff, I'm going to show you guys what's what here. So this black line here, this is the average mean of all these tracks and intensity guidances with the colors here. So what it does is it calculates all of the spaghetti plots and turns it into one average mean, which is the center black line here. So as you can see, the GEFS here has a minimal pressure right now of 959. Obviously, that's a little high, but at this point, it really doesn't matter at all right now because it's just a monster. So it has it making landfall at 965 millibars. So the GEFS has this weakening upon landfall, or even before landfall. But as you can see here, we do got some pinks and oranges and browns here. So that's indicative of anywhere from 970 millibars to 940 millibars, which is already at 940 millibars right now. So this some of these may be correct on this right now. All right, so here's the GEPS tracks and minimal MSLP, and this is at 12Z this evening, or not this evening, but this afternoon. As you can see, it's 990 millibars, and it stays that way all the way to landfall. It looks like a lot of these have it making landfall in 24 hours, but I don't think it may slow down just a little bit before taking a turn into India. So I expect this to make landfall on May 17th of 2021. So I need people to really prepare for this because, like I said earlier, this is in the North Indian Sea, and most systems in the Northern Hemisphere goes north. So this really has nowhere to go besides into India. There's no getting around that, unfortunately. I like to keep it real with you guys because I know you guys keep it real with me. So this is just what it is right now. All right, so here's Tauktae's long floater, and as you can see, it did do a really good job of wrapping around that convection, but it looks like it is opening up a little bit. I mean, I don't know if that's probably just the long floater playing tricks on me. I need to get a better radar for the next video tomorrow morning. But as you can see the eye here. It's right in there where you see the oranges in red, right there in the middle. And as you can see here, the western coast of India is just getting battered here with some feeder bands that are coming in. So I think there's some flooding concerns going on here. So I keep on higher ground if you can, especially from storm surge, because I'm sure that's an issue right now too in some areas of the western India coast. All right, so here's the sea surface temperatures, and as you can see, it's in 31 degrees Celsius waters. And in order for a tropical cyclone to really stay a tropical cyclone, you need at least 26 degrees Celsius waters. And as you can see, the 26 degrees Celsius Celsius lines are all the way down here at 20 south. So there's definitely no problems here going north. But in our main area here, you can see 30 and 31s here dominating the area of where the storm is. So you can there's nothing good coming out of this in terms of sea surface temperatures. There's really no low sea surface temperatures to really calm the storm down from intensifying farther than it is right now. And I do expect for it to intensify rather quickly, probably later this evening or overnight tonight. So we're going to have to pay attention to what is really going on. Okay, so here is the GFS, and honestly, we're not going to go very far out because landfall is pretty much in 2 days, so we don't have to go very far this time around. So the GFS here has it starting at 947 millibars, and this has 15 knots of shear, and I do expect this to calm down a little bit as we go out through the evening. It's still good enough for tropical cyclones, but for real big intensification purposes, it's not all that great. Here is 24 hours, and it looks like the GFS wants to make it a landfall tomorrow, and it has 3 knots of shear here. So GFS might have it going a little quicker than it probably should, because honestly, I don't think it's going to make landfall until Tuesday. But I could be wrong. It probably is moving faster than I think it is. And as we go out the time, 48 hours, it's still a wind maker pretty far in, 988. So it's going to be a wind and rain maker at least until Wednesday, May 19th, and then it just dissipates thereafter. So hopefully less than 3 days we have to deal with this thing. We can only hope and pray that that's the case. So let's take a look at the total accumulated precipitation here. And as you can see, we got some 300s to 400 millimeters of rain here, which is about 17 inches of rain. So we do not only do we have a threat for flooding with the storm surge, we also have a threat of flooding with the fresh water. We got freshwater rivers probably. We got mountaintops that the rain can fall down from. We all know what happens when rushing water falls from mountains. So please pay attention to that. Just even without rivers or anything, streets can flood with that type of rainfall. Just with it pouring down rain on it so hard. You probably have canals, all that, ponds, lakes, and all that other, bad stuff that this rain can fall down on and create very massive problems here for India. And as you can see, it's definitely going to be a rain event for at least the next 90 to 102 hours. So please, everybody, pay attention to what's going on out there. Please, I beg of you. All right, so here's the ECMWF, and its starting point is 964 millibars. And sadly, we can't go over too many particulars here with the European, but we will go out 24 hours. So 24 hours, it's at a 961. It only strengthens 3 millibars in 24 hours, which I don't foresee that happening. I think we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have another bout of rapid intensification during the late evening into the overnight hours. And then it looks like it's getting close to landfall in 24 hours. So probably 27 or 28 hours it's going to make landfall, according to the European. And it's going to be a wind event for 2 more days after that. So everybody in India, please pay attention. Listen to your local management and try to get out in the most efficient way possible. I'm going to keep bringing this up because there's some serious business going on over there in India right now with COVID and their spikes. So I just want everybody to be safe. If if you got to get things together, do it. If you got animals, if you guys are planning on evacuating, obviously take them. Pack up all of your important belongings like documents or social security cards or whatever you may have of that nature. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and if anything major happens between now and the time I go to bed, I might cut back in again. But if not, I will give you guys another update tomorrow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.